The answer is I don't care how many. This is how most men think. Now we could say there's some men who did. The majority, by and large, if a man has 5 wives, heck no, he could have 1,200. He don't want you with any other man. That's most men. So even if he agrees to have multiple wives, it is embedded in most men. Even the men who accept it, there was something deep down in most men that I don't care if I've got 1,000 wives. You can't have anybody else. You were made for me. And even if you don't see me until next month, I expect you to be completely committed and loyal, because that's how most men are. So to answer your question, for most men, even if you guys agree to it, no man in his right mind is going to agree to his wife. If he says he loves her, especially, and values her, he's not going to agree to you being able to be piped down by another man. It's just not going to happen in most cases.
Yeah, and the thing is, the reality is that in this country, that shit's not real. It's not really a thing. I know we're culturally trying to make it a thing. It will never be a thing over here. As long as you can, hold on, wait, let me finish. As long as the government only allows you to marry one person, as long as we have the cultural setup that we have right now, it would never. Polygamy is not a thing in this country. I know we try to make it that way. It's polyamory. There's a lot of people out there screwing around with each other and these like new age relationships, but polygamy is not a thing.
But so like it's already naturally going on right now. The girls are already all fucking the top guys, bro. Just some girls know about it and some girls don't. So like polygyny is already happening. It's just a matter of sometimes it's hush hush and sometimes it's not. But dude, I know so many girls that are dating drug dealers or dating dudes that like, make a bunch of money, and there's two of them. There's a bunch of girls that are doing this little duo thing, and it's 2 girls with 1 guy. Now, are they married? Are they like having a farm together and making kids and shit? No, but there's a lot of these polygyny relationships where it's 1 guy with 2 girls, or 1 guy with 3 girls, or it's 1 dude spinning plates on 5 or 6 bitches. Bitches don't spin plates like that, bro. They have a roster of 5 and they're smashing one. Most women are smashing 1 guy on a roster, and then they got 1 guy to take them to dinner, 1 guy to text message, 1 guy to talk to on calls, 1 guy to take them on vacation. Men and women are just different, bro. Like
all of that counts, bro.
5 different girls in 1 week.
All of that counts. All of that counts.
I'm just saying there's way
all
more
of that counts
than you think. There's a lot of polygyny going on, whether it's like being said or not. There's a lot of it.
And that's for the people that are in the streets right now, that are outside, that's single right now, that's not married, that's dating in this current environment. That is very, very true.
That's not her question, though. Her question was more so, there's guys who come on these panels who talk about this, and her point was, if most women don't want this, then are those kind of men going to settle for a woman who, just with 1 woman? That was the question.
Hey, Joy, are you still there?
Well,
here, I just want to make one other point. I feel like I would argue that the men, they say that it's unrealistic for men to be with 1 woman. And monogamy is unrealistic. But I would argue that the woman that they really want is not going to accept that. Somebody mentioned that these women are easily manipulated. I don't think men want women who are easily manipulated, for example. So I'm just saying that realistically, most women in this country who are going to accept that are going to cheat on you. It's as simple as that. It's something that you're going to have to accept.
That is a fact.
Because most women who value loyalty and really want to be faithful to their man and really see him as their king, they're going to want loyalty in return. So I'm not saying that it's unrealistic to have polygyny. I'm just saying that it's unrealistic to have it with the type of woman that you may want to call your queen.
Hey,
I have a question. I have a question for you. What is your definition of loyalty?
1 woman, 1 man. Sexual loyalty. I mean, there's different levels of loyalty, different types of loyalty, but I'm talking about sexual in a marriage.
So you're looking for sexual loyalty. That is the paramount thing that women in this country want from men. That's what you're saying?
I'm saying there's a certain type of woman who's looking for that. And I think that that's the type of women that a lot of respectable men want, is that type of woman. Because again, that type of woman who's willing to give that and willing to devote herself in that way, she's going to expect that in return. So I'm not saying it's unrealistic to have it. I'm just talking about the type of woman you may want.
Ma'am, all
it
you
depends on the
do
man.
is
It depends if you're a top level man. If you're a top level man and you're truly him, you can have who you want for the most part. Usually it's different. It's not scarcity mindset for the guys that are top tier. It's not, because you have to look at the math. Like women outnumber men significantly on every level. So
no, I disagree. No, if you're going to marry a woman and you take the same vows she does about being faithful, honor your vows. Now, if you can honor the vows, then you expect her to, then you need to not get married. But I think what we
everybody's
do is
vows are a little different.
Let me finish. I think what we do as men is we like to fantasize about our freedom and being that top dude, and then justify because we're top level. No, if you're going to take vows with your wife and y'all take same vows, and you expect her to hold up her end of the bargain, then you need to do the very same thing as well. And we got to promote that when it comes to marriage. Now, outside of marriage, I can't speak on. But for marriage, there's got to be one woman for one man. That's what I believe.
Hey, Trev, I got a question for you. Because I seen on your social media, you interview a lot of women. A lot of them. When it comes to them being cheated on or them dealing with a dude that wants to have multiple women, what do they say in that regard? Do they say, "Oh yeah, I'm"? Go ahead.
Go ahead. What were you gonna say?
No. Go ahead. I already knew what you about to answer. You was about to answer. I don't need to add no more.
So you would say what women are asking, what if they want to be cheated? What's their answer to if they would accept being cheated on?
Yep.
Oh, they don't think that they see. Every woman feels like they're good enough to not be cheated on, right? But you have to understand that when you're dealing with certain men who have access to way more women, that the demand is just higher, right? You have to earn that. You can't just get with a winner and then expect to do regular stuff. If you're not with a regular dude, you can't do regular things. You're going to have to be exceptional just because he is exceptional and he has too much access to women. You can't ever fall off.
Trev.
Go ahead.
Hold on, Trev. I get what we're trying to get them to understand. I'm asking you, what do they say? Not what we try to get them to understand, but what do these women say?
Most women do not want to be cheated on, no matter who they get. And that's the fact. Most women think that they don't have to be cheated on, right? There are some women who understand, but it's an overwhelming majority of women that feel like a man should be faithful, right? But here's the thing that we have to take in consideration. We all know any man whose experiences has dealt with enough women understand that you can never, ever believe what a woman says. What you have to believe is what a woman responds to, which are almost always two very different things. Women always tell you, hey, listen, no, I would never deal with a man who cheats. And they with a man who cheats, they know about it. He's cheated on them several times and they won't leave. That's the problem. If a woman values you enough, there's very little that you can do to make her leave. If she feels like she has an opportunity for a bigger, better deal, she might. But most times she won't. As long as she understands that you are the best option that she has, she's probably going to stick around.
It's true, but it's flawed. And I'm gonna tell you why. What if it was your daughter who came to you and she was getting cheated on? Are you going to tell her, hey,
I'll tell you straight up.
This
I'll
is
tell
what
you
it
straight
is.
up what to say.
Well,
I'll tell you straight up what you say, bro.
Are you going to be cool with your daughter being cheated on and her heart is broken? She's coming to you crying.
I have a daughter. And like I said, this isn't what I practice, right? I don't say that I go out here and cheat. I'm going to absolutely school her on what is important about a man and what isn't. And you don't always you have to get somebody who's really into you, somebody who wants to treat you well, and not everybody.
If your daughter comes to you and she says, my husband is cheating on me and my heart is broken and she's depressed, you're gonna say, hey, baby, it is the game. Top level man.
It is part of the game. It is part of the game, unfortunately, right? And it's up to her what she's going to do. There are some people who are going to say, yo, you know what? You should stay. You have to weigh your options, right? Are you going to be in a better situation? It's going to be some nuance there. Or is your life going to be better by staying with him after this? Or do you understand that he's probably going to continue to do this because once you let him back, he got away with it. He might do it again. Do you think your life is going to be better or worse, leaving him.
Trev, it's way simple, bro. This is very simple.
Go ahead.
This is what you tell your fucking daughter. I have a daughter too. Every man is capable of cheating, okay? Whether it's the broke guy or
the rich guy,
the fucking rich guy, it doesn't matter.
Yep.
What her goal should be is to get the rich guy. So if she does get cheated on, at least she's crying in a fucking Bentley. And then on top of that, get the fucking ring as soon as possible. Get the fucking ring so you get leverage and you can leave if you so choose or do whatever. But get the fucking ring. It's very simple.
That's
very
ridiculous.
simple.
Now, for what you said, Sergio, I'm going to mentally disagree with.
So in other words,
hold on. Everybody keep throwing this cheating word around. Everybody keep talking cheating. I've never talked about cheating. I've talked about exercising options this entire time. I've been preaching being honest, being upfront, and telling them exactly who you are. If I'm listening to what Trev is saying, I come from an athlete background. I come from NFL background, NFL players, all that kind of stuff. Like, they know what the deal is when they get with you. They know you blue checked up. They know you got money in the bank. They know you're highly touted. They know there's women trying to grab at you and get at you at every turn. When you're on the road at the games, when you're at home, when you're pretty much everywhere, All-Star game, Super Bowl, whatever. They always trying to get at you. It's not cheating if they know what they're getting into. Now, if you're telling her it's just me and you, it's nobody else, I'm never going to stick my dick nowhere else, I'm 1,000% faithful to you physically, blah, blah. If you're saying all that, then yes. And you're going outside, yes, you're cheating. You're cheating and you're lying. But if you're being open and honest and upfront and they know what they're getting into, those are the ones Trev is talking about that stays. And those are the ones Trev is talking about. They're the ones that understand what the situation is.
And they're going to be fucking somebody else.
Hold. But Trev, tell me if I'm wrong. Trev, am I wrong?
No, you're not wrong. You're not wrong.
Okay.
You're not wrong. And secondly, to kind of answer what Purple Pill was talking about, boom. There are some men that I know that I have in my circle who have the fear of God, or for whatever reason, right, just decide that they're not going to cheat and have no desire to cheat. Is that likely? Are there a lot of men like that? No. Just like there's a lot of men who are very successful, right? That's extremely rare all in itself. And then there are some men who just don't desire to cheat. I know some men like that. Like, they go out, they don't even drink, they just don't want to do anything ungodly. You know what I mean? You have to find one of those men who are less likely. You can't eliminate risk, period, but you can certainly mitigate it. You go ahead and get with the man who has the fear of God in him, or whatever. Just his moral point is,
it's just being realistic with them. It's just being real. Like, you got to tell your kids to live in reality. You got to say, this is reality. Every man, listen to what I said. I said, every man is capable of cheating on you. I didn't say every man does cheat. I said, every man is capable of doing it. You need to tell them these type of honest truth. And also, I want to say to the lady on the call, or just any woman, or Sweeney, also to you, bro, if a woman's first reaction is to go cheat on you after you did something, she's a vengeful bitch, bro. Like, what the hell? Like, she's the worst type of person. Like,
are you fucking serious, bro? Fucking serious? Get the whole hell out of here, bro.